Dwayne Johnson didn't want to tell John Cena he was battling career-threatening injury during their match. Dwayne Johnson has one of the most charismatic personalities on the mic and one of the most electrifying presences in the ring. Interestingly, The Rock didn't let his larger-than-life persona and his dominance slip despite receiving a career-threatening injury during a match. Moreover, he didn't even tell John Cena, his opponent of the night, that he was in a lot of pain. Dwayne Johnson recently made an appearance on Terry Gross' radio show, Fresh Air, to promote his film, The Smashing Machine. While speaking to the host, The Rock talked about his WrestleMania 29 match against John Cena, where he defended the WWE Championship. In 2013, the final boss stated that he got badly injured during the match and listened to several things pop in his body. He later found out that his quadriceps and adductor were torn from his pelvis. He asked the referee how much time they had left in the match, and learned that 20 minutes remained. Despite knowing something was horribly wrong, The Rock chose to continue the match. When the host asked whether he communicated about his injury to John Cena, Dwayne Johnson declined. He said that the franchise player would have immediately ended the match if he had let him know that he was injured. I didn't want to tell him that because I know the moment I tell him, hey, something's wrong, then knowing him the way I do, because I would do the same thing. He would want to end the match. He would have said, let's go home. And in wrestling parlance, when we say to each other in the ring, let's go home, that means we're going into the finish, and within a minute, this match will end. HT cage side seats. Dwayne Johnson didn't want the match to end, especially when 80,000 spectators were gathered in the MetLife Stadium to watch the main event of WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. The Rock said that he just checked if anything was sticking out of his skin. When the People's Champ confirmed that nothing was sticking out, he let things proceed as they were planned to. The Brahma Bull noted that he could still move his left leg perfectly, and decided to end the match instead of telling John Cena about his injury and ending the match. Advertisement. Dwayne Johnson thought that he was fighting the final match of his career. In the same interview, Dwayne Johnson also highlighted that he didn't tell John Cena that he was injured because, in his gut, he knew that this was a final match of his career. He said that it was important for him to have a proper match ending, but the realization that this could be his final time in the ring made him crave a proper finish even more. So I didn't want to tell John that, because I knew the match would end, and I didn't want the match to end in that way, because not only was it important to me to go out on my shield, also, Terry, I knew this was my very last match of my entire career. My career was going to end on this night. No one knew, but I knew. Thankfully, this match didn't end up becoming the last match of The Rock's career, and he has fought on 2 more occasions since. He defeated Eric Rowan at WrestleMania 32 and teamed up with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania XL to defeat Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Dwayne Johnson wanted to do John Cena justice by not ending the match early. Speaking in the same interview, Dwayne Johnson noted that there was something even more important than the potential end of his career that made him continue the match. He said that as a reigning WWE champion, he wanted to do the honors and pass on the torch to John Cena. He said that he wanted to go out the proper way and let the franchise player have his moment, and then become the new WWE champion. The Rock said that it was something important. Advertisement. And the other reason, and maybe more important than my career ending, was I was doing the honors. So, again, in wrestling parlance, when you're the world champion and you're carrying the wrestling business and the company on your shoulders and you do what's called doing the honors, that means you are passing it on and you're passing the torch to someone who's going to carry it from here on out. And that was to John. And that was the finish of our match, was me giving him me doing the honors for him. And he was beating me in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3 to become champion. And that's why I didn't want the match to end right away. I wanted him to have his moment. That's important. Thus, Dwayne Johnson wanted to put John Cena over even when he knew that going on and continuing the match would be detrimental to his health. The People's Champ even noted that not stopping came with consequences and that he developed multiple tears in his abdominal wall because of it. Moreover, the final boss couldn't even show up for the episode of WWE Raw following WrestleMania 29. The Rock took to X and told the WWE Universe about the injury he had received during his match against the leader of the Nation, which is why he won't be available for the red-branded show. Dwayne Johnson also noted that all of it was just part of the show, and he thanked all fans who had shown up to watch him defend the WWE Championship against Cena. This had forced a creative division in WWE to rewrite the Raw episode following the show of shows on short notice. Aside from his work in the Stanford-based promotion, the Hollywood projects he had lined up also suffered several costly delays since the WM29 match had left him too battered to shoot. What are your thoughts on these confessions by Dwayne Johnson, 12 years after his storied WrestleMania 29 match against John Cena? Pour your thoughts down in the comments.